Hello, students. So here I'm going to talk about um, annotate Unit 7 Reading 2. Now, this is tricky. It's not a predictable or usual reading that we have here, which is good because it tests your reading skills. So I want you, when I ask a question and you don't know the answer, it would be really good if you stop the video and try to find the answer in the reading, okay? Look at it again and try to find the answer first, and then you can get the answer here. So we have the title Mad Anthony. What do you think about Mad Anthony in general, right? As a title. Mad doesn't mean angry. Mad has another meaning. So if you pause here and look up in the dictionary and look for the meaning of mad, not angry, a different one. Now that you've looked it up, I know that you now know that mad also means crazy. So he's saying something that maybe sounds crazy or different. So this is what Mad Anthony means, right? And then the next title, Opinions and Thoughts on Politics, Technology, Life, and Other Stuff. So these are opinions, right? These aren't facts. This is Mad Anthony's opinion, which you can agree with or you can completely disagree with. So let's have a look. So what we want to do first is divide it into sections, right? Intro, body, and conclusion. This one is trickier because it has a very long introduction. And as I've said before, in an introduction, you have a background information and then your thesis statement for the whole reading. What does a thesis statement do? Pause here and go find the answer. Now that you've looked up the answer or looked up your previous notes, you'll know that a thesis statement tells you what the reading will be about. So that's going to be very useful in helping us decide where the introduction ends. So you might want to have another look at the introduction and see if you can find a sentence or two that says what the rest of the reading is about. So I'm going to tell you how I got there. Yesterday, right? So we have this information about yesterday in the past and throwaway society that we learned about in reading 1. And then we have this, I see things the opposite way. So this is his opinion. I think the opposite. But the whole thing isn't about the opposite way. And then here we say he thinks it's the opposite, and Anthony thinks that his way is better, right? And then here, when he says, I say this points back to that paragraph. So I have this opinion because being able to replace instead of repair shows that people are wealthy. So it's starting to get to the thesis, but he's explaining why he thinks, why he has this opinion. So actually, the thesis statement is here because most people would rather have something new in design and they vote with their wallets. So having something new in design, that's what this paragraph 4, and paragraph 5 talk about this thesis. So this is the intro. This is the body. How about the conclusion? We only have one paragraph, but actually we have to find a conclusion. There's always a conclusion. And here, even though it's not divided, even though we don't have another paragraph, there's a transition that looks like a conclusion transition. Take a moment and see if you can find it. Pause this. So it's where they move on to the end. And you see, it's like in sum or in conclusion, right? So this is the conclusion. So this was a tricky reading to divide up. So this is the division video.